Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching Tesla Time News.
Episode 81
on Now You Know. So Elon decided to remove Tesla and SpaceX from Facebook the other day.
How many followers did they have?
So combined, they have about 5 million Facebook followers.
Wow. Didn't Elon care about his Facebook pages?
Well, he added on Twitter that he had never even seen either of the company's Facebook pages.
Wow. So, I mean, why did he do this?
Facebook exposed data on 50 million Facebook users to a researcher who worked at Cambridge Analytica, which worked for the Trump campaign. And there's been that big backlash you've probably been hearing about lately. And so people have been tweeting at Elon to do something about it, and this is what he did.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean, I heard that there were other companies that were doing this as well. Wasn't it like Sonos or something like that?
Yeah, The Verge tweeted, Sonos is pulling its ads off Facebook and Instagram, but only for a week. And Elon replied, wow, a whole week, risky.
Wow, so they're no longer on Facebook.
They're no longer on Facebook. All right, get in the loop, Jesse.
I'm in the loop. Hey, what are you talking about?
Are you, though?
Well, what do you mean, the loop?
Well, did you hear about the latest information from the Boring Company?
I guess I'm not in the loop. But why would we keep saying loop?
Oh, well, so Elon Musk's Boring Company unveiled the first leg of their project's Loop Transit System, which was a 12-mile tunnel in Maryland. But we didn't really know much more about it. That's what they
Right, it was just like a hole in the ground.
Right. So this week they've released more details about the proposed project. Here's what they said on their Boring Company website. The proposed twin tunnels would run in parallel for approximately 35 miles from downtown D.C. to downtown Baltimore, beneath New York Avenue, and then the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. This would serve as the central artery for a potential future transportation network, which would hopefully be extended to New York. They're calling this Loop, which is different from Hyperloop. Loop would be the skates, the sleds that carry the either 8 to 16 passengers or an individual car.
Okay, and so is this a Hyperloop tunnel or is this a loop tunnel?
This is a loop tunnel. It's compatible with Hyperloop, which means in the future it could contain pods, which would be a vacuum tunnel, but right now it's not a vacuum tunnel.
Okay. And so it's underground?
Yeah, it's completely underground. This entire 35-mile alignment is subsurface. That means the only penetrations would be for launch pits, which are where they put the boring machine into. There'd be about 4 of those, and those would be located on private property adjacent to the alignment. And the construction of these pits would take approximately 4 weeks. Then there would be approximately 20, but no more than 70, ventilation and emergency shafts. These would be located, again, on private property next to it. Yeah, and these shafts are between 12 and 24 feet in diameter.
So how deep will these be built?
So generally, it'll be at least 30 feet deep, and this will ensure that the construction is imperceptible at the surface. That means if you're on the surface, you'll have no idea it's being built.
So are they like digging under people's houses and stuff?
Nope. The only subsurface land that'll be utilized for the project will be public right-of-way use, like highways, and privately controlled land, which is owned by the Boring Company.
Wow. And so how long is it going to take to get from downtown D.C. to downtown Baltimore?
Get this.
Yeah?
15 minutes.
What?
Yep. It will cost the same or less than public transportation now, is what Boring Company claims.
Wow.
And here's the other cool thing. Doesn't matter what stops you're going. So normally when you get on a train, if there's 5 stops, then you have to stop at each station and wait. On this one, if there are 5 stops in between you, you just go straight to the stop that you want to get to, even though there were 5 other stops. You skip those stops and you go right to whatever stop you're going to.
I don't even know how that works.
I don't either.
So they're all express.
Everything you get on is express.
Well, that is super cool.
Now you're in the loop.
I'm in the loop. And hey, so are you. I can't wait to actually get in a loop.
Yeah.
And loop. Does that make you a looper?
Ooh.
Is that just like the movie Looper?
I think that Elon can take this from us if he wants to. Get in the loop. That could be their new slogan.
They're not one for cheesy corporate slogans, but if they were in the...
They're for boring slogans.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be get in the loop. It would be...
Get bored.
I guess so.
It's time for Model 3 news.
Here we go.
A lot of people have been asking, is Tesla going to be able to produce 2,500 Model 3s a week like they said they were by the end of the quarter?
So we headed over to the Bloomberg Model 3 VIN number tracker.
Oh, yeah.
And they are estimating that currently they're putting out about 800 per week. It seems a little conservative to me. That's mostly given that NHTSA has VINs that are at 18,540. The reported VINs are at 12,500.
That would be more like 1,000 a week.
Right. So it's definitely not at the 2,500 Model 3s a week. But again, their growth is usually exponential. So at the end, they might finally just sort of reach that stage. It doesn't necessarily mean that the whole quarter they were producing that level.
That's true.
So we have some good news for our Canadian viewers. The Canadian configurator for the Model 3 is now open. So definitely check your emails if you live in Canada and you want to check out your Model 3 configurator. The Model 3 starting price is 45,600 Canadian dollars. That's about $350 more than the US price.
And check out the configurator screen here. You can see what you're being offered. Basically, all the same things that we knew you'd have: the bigger range battery, the colors, the 2 choices in wheels. And it looks like there's another wheel choice. This one is after the fact. You can't get it when you're configuring the car, but you can choose the 20-inch Model 3 sports wheel package for $4,000. We're hoping that when this gets added to the configurator, maybe the price will come down.
These are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. So these are really sporty, really summer tires.
Yeah,
so
not a lot of rubber, but
not
a lot of wheel.
Yeah, exactly. So the latest Autopilot software seems to be able to recognize and drive through work zones.
Yeah, check out this footage here. I was really surprised. We're going through a single lane road, and then all of a sudden the work starts, and there's cones on the left. There's lines in the middle of the road now because we've been shifted, and there's no lines on the right, and yet the car handles it.
So in November, code was found in the Autopilot software that showed that Tesla's neural net is able to recognize construction zones. So, I mean, this could definitely be that. Maybe they have updated it to not just recognize, but actually know how to deal with construction zones.
That would be cool.
This is the only example that we've seen so far in the whole world. So if you have experienced anything like that, please comment down below. We would love to hear about it, especially if you have any footage. So we've talked about electric drones before.
Yeah.
Especially ones that will carry people. This is a new one. It is the all-electric VTOL called Cora by Kitty Hawk.
Oh, this is the one that's funded by Google's co-founder, Larry Page.
Yes. So the CEO is Sebastian Thrun, and they are, by 2021, going to be bringing this concept to New Zealand to try it out as an air taxi service.
Wait, so I just hop in and I hit a button and it flies me to my destination?
Yes. So Larry Page told the New York Times, "We've all had dreams of flying effortlessly. I'm excited that one day, very soon, I'll be able to climb onto my Kitty Hawk flyer for a quick and easy personal flight." So basically, there's no runway needed. It can fly at 150 kilometers an hour.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
It has a 100-kilometer range. It pilots itself, so you don't need a pilot's license.
So New Zealand has a net zero emissions goal of 2030.
Hopefully, this can help them accomplish that.
The New York Times reports that prosecutors in Munich sent 100 investigators to raid the offices of BMW last week in search of evidence of software in some diesel BMW models that acted as defeat devices. Now, what are software defeat devices again?
This is basically software that's designed to cheat emissions testing, basically reducing emissions only while the car is being tested.
BMW said that the software had been installed by mistake and that the company had not intentionally tried to deceive regulators. In the course of internal testing, the BMW group realized that a correctly developed software module had been allocated in error to models for which it was not suited, the company said in a statement.
Oh.
Boy, how many lawyers did it take to write that statement?
None of the vehicle models at issue are in the United States.
That was convenient.
That's convenient since they'd be sued up the wazoo. BMW said that it would recall about 11,400 cars containing the software to fix the problem. The BMW vehicles being scrutinized are the 750D and the M5500D. In related news, the Hamburg District Court has condemned Volkswagen Hamburg to take back a diesel vehicle with fake exhaust emissions and replace it with a new car.
Yeah, 3 years ago, a customer bought a Volkswagen Tiguan from Volkswagen Hamburg, one of the diesel vehicles that attracted attention due to incorrect emissions. So why is this such a big deal?
Well, you can't have class action lawsuits in Germany. Individual owners have to sue on their own. But this might signal the beginning of many more lawsuits, which definitely can't be good for VW's bottom line or public image.
So we already know how Tesla has been helping the island of Puerto Rico with solar and batteries to support their failing electrical grid at dozens of hospitals. Now we have a similar story in the town of Plows in Philippines, where Tesla has installed a Powerpack battery to construct a 2 megawatt-hour microgrid. Now this has allowed the town to have stable power at half the cost since it went online back in December.
Yeah, this is the first time that residents of Plows experienced a Christmas without power outages.
Wow.
The residents showed their gratitude to Tesla by posing in front of their new microgrid.
Now, did you hear from this tweet? Ryan Nadazen said, "Wow, Elon Musk secretly visits Israel to seek collaboration between Tesla and the Israeli computer vision company Cora."
Elon responded by saying, "This is completely false. Never even heard of Cora. Just taking my kids on a spring break trip to see ancient historical sites in Israel and Jordan." The real story here is that Elon was playing with fire on his vacation.
What?
Literally.
Did he bring a...
He was literally playing with fire. Look at this.
Okay, try again.
Okay, pouring in, you're just going to bring your other hand out. Or this hand out.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he brought a Boring Company flamethrower with him.
Oh, no. I maybe he's practicing.
Elon, be careful.
Yeah.
We need you safe. It's time for the lightning round.
Here we go. Tesla shareholders have approved Elon Musk's new pay package.
Right, the pay package will keep Musk at the company for the next 10 years, yay, and is a 100% at-risk performance award. So that means that Musk will not be compensated unless shareholders do well. That said, Musk could ultimately earn up to $55.8 billion in stock and awards if Tesla's market cap grows from its current $52 billion to $650 billion, which is the goal.
That's a big goal. So LinkedIn released its list of top companies 2018 in the US where people want to work, and Tesla was number 5. That beats out even Apple as one of the top places that people want to work.
Yeah, Tesla received nearly 500,000 applicants over the last year, while it had openings for just 2,500 jobs. Wow. Take a look at this chart, Jesse. This is showing the 30 kilowatt hour batteries in the Nissan Leaf are more affected by charge and discharge cycles, which is the distance traveled, while the 24 kilowatt hour battery versions were more affected by time. This affects you, actually, because you've got the smaller battery.
I have the smaller battery, and it's doing great. So take a look at this. This is a pair of Yeti autonomous snow plows designed by Semcon in Sweden.
I want one of these for the driveway.
Well, we're going to have to make Sparky do it because these ones are not electric.
That makes sense. So how's the Model 3 selling so far this year?
So far, just in January and February, there were 4,360 Model 3s sold in just 2 months.
Wait, so this chart from Inside EV shows that it's the #1 selling EV in the country?
It is, as of the end of February this year.
Wow.
Check out this cool map from the Union of Concerned Scientists. It shows that no matter where you are in the United States, if you're charging and driving an EV, it is cleaner than driving an ICE car.
Yeah, show that to Larry at work. Larry. Shut up, Larry. You don't know what you're talking about. This is more sad news. This is a Model X deadly crash on the 101 in Mountain View, California. This Model X went airborne, hit the median, and caught on fire. The driver was pulled from the car, but later died. Tesla is helping with the investigation.
So, I mean, it had to have been going fast enough to get airborne.
Yeah, it's a 6,000-pound car.
That's a lot of
speed.
Power speed. Yeah, I mean, that's going really fast.
Right. And just a side note here, for context, there are an average of 417 car fires every day in the United States.
Wow.
It's time for our video contributor story. We have Kevin talking about his Nissan ENV200 van camper conversion. Take it away, Kevin.
Hi guys, it's Kevin Smith. I'd like to welcome you. Everybody's been asking all about my little baby, a Nissan ENV200 fully electric camper van. Had the van about 2.5 years now. maybe even 3 years, and it's taken me 17 months from start to finish. That is to start before any work's done and completion. Have the van valued at about £40,000. I've done 40% of the work myself, and it's gone to 7 companies. Fully electric. It's a 4-berth. We've got Trademo, got J, got electric hook up there fitted. Loads of storage under the front bonnet there. Captain seat that swivels round. We've got LED lighting. We've got all this display here. LPG gas for the cooker and also the heating system. Very low wattage fridge. Everything inside, including the television, is all run off of 12 volt system that runs off of the solar panel. All control panels, 240 volts, 12 volts. Pull out toilet, lots of storage in all these cupboards here. This bed takes about 10 seconds to put out, and also there's a bed in top and also lights. Literally, I've got a hydraulic being put on there from a company. Yeah, and that's pretty much the bed out. There we go. Plenty of space. As you can see, it's a very thin solar panel. We've got the towing hitch there. Table, pop down deck. You have to be quick. There you go, have your cup of tea. And oh yeah, a bit of storage as well. Look at all that storage there, loads. Storage, and also loads of storage in here, guys. So I hope you love it. Water, 70 litres, gas, LPG. Loads of USB and 12 volts inside. You can just see them over there as well. Hope you like it, Jesse, guys. Bye.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
I hope I can bump into him and go for an overnight in that camper.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. All right, it's time now for our Patreon bonus story. If you want to check that out, you can head over to patreon.com. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. I think we have 3 Patreon bonus stories this week.
Oh, wow.
So that is even cheaper than it is usually.
It's like 6 cents or something.
Yeah. Head over there and check that out.
Hey everybody, we're back from our Patreon bonus story, and it's time to give shout outs to our Patreon supporters who support us with $5 or more a month. This week we want to shout out to Martin Churnicht,
Brian Seeley,
Bob Billeen,
John Richardson,
Bruce Westlake,
Charles A. Hume,
John Fallows,
Nicholas A. Perkins.
Thank you so much, guys, for supporting us. It means so much. All right, it's time for Elon's tweet of the week. So you see a while ago, there was an Instagram of a Model X pulling a semi-tractor trailer truck.
Right.
And so then someone tweeted to Elon, and they said, if it had a perfect surface, what is the limit of the Model X pulling? Mm-hmm. And Elon tweeted back, no real surface is perfect, but it did pull about 250,000 pounds of muck rail cars out of a tunnel. So this is at the Hawthorne Boring Company, where I guess they have muck rail cars that need to pull stuff out of the tunnel. Mm-hmm. And guess what's doing all the work?
That's crazy. I mean, you think they have like a thing in the back that's pushing it or something? I mean, I guess not, because at the end,
it starts to roll back.
It starts to roll back, which means that it's going uphill.
Yeah.
That's... What? That's insane.
All right, it's time for community mail time. Community mail time. This is a picture of the semi at the Dallas Service Center from our friend Hernan.
Ooh, it's all the way in Dallas.
Yeah.
Maybe that's ours. Maybe they're driving it over to us.
Maybe they are, shining it up.
That'd be pretty nice.
And these are pics of a giant green plug above the new car charger in Wolfenbüttel, Germany, from our friend Christopher.
Awesome.
This is, instead of a sign, just look for the giant green plug.
Mm-hmm. So this week for our Patreon post, we asked about the Uber accident. What were people's thoughts about it? And
I was surprised that so many people said, like I thought in the beginning, that when they saw that initial video, they thought there's no way a human could have even avoided it either. But if we go to our in-depth that we did yesterday, I think you'll find out that wasn't exactly what happened. It's time for Superchargers. Just a reminder that on our website, we've got destination and Superchargers. You can click on all of them. And you can also click on ones that have video reviews that are put up by you guys. So if you're visiting a Supercharger or a destination charger, you can go on our website and upload a review. And let's check out some of the new reviews we got.
Hey, Zach and Jesse. This is the Supercharger Bersteland in Germany. As you can see, it's only a 4 stall, so it's a very small little supercharger here. But there's a big hotel just next to the supercharger where you can get something to eat. So it's a restaurant, and also you can stay here for the night. And well, it's quite nice actually.
What's up, Zach and Jesse? I am at the new 20 stall supercharger. It is at Casa de Fruta in Hollister, California, off Highway 152. It looks like it's up and going now. It wasn't going there for a while. It took them a little while to get it up and running, but I am charging and it's running. It's over by, like I said, it's by Casa de Fruta, and it's behind a Chevron gas station. And there's restaurants. There's a couple of restaurants. There's like a fruit stand, a huge fruit stand. But there's a lot of stuff to do, you know, while you charge. But enjoy watching you guys. And there's my beautiful Model 3. And take care.
Hey Zach and Jesse, this is Seth over in Manchester, Connecticut at a 16 stall. There's an Olive Garden, a Joann's, Noodles and Company, Five Guys, and then just walking distance is a movie theater. So I highly recommend this location. It's right off of 84, exit 62 by Buckham Hills Mall.
Welcome to the Tesla Fort Drum Supercharger in Florida. This station is located in Okeechobee, just off of Florida's Turnpike near the Fort Drum Service Plaza. It features 6 stalls open 24/7. Each stall is oriented sideways, so it's really easy to park in any direction. The station is nearby a plaza center, so you can grab a bite to eat or use the restrooms while you charge. There's a few nice amenities inside the plaza, a few quick-serve restaurants to choose from, and plenty of seating. There's even a kids corner with some TVs and snacks so you can keep them entertained while you wait for your food. Owners traveling with dogs can walk their little ones in a mini dog park, and there's complimentary doggy bags. Overall, this supercharging station is very nice. The stalls are clean and well maintained. We've charged here several times now, and there's always an available space. We stop by here when we're traveling to Disney World, so it's very convenient if anyone's traveling from South Florida to Orlando or further up north.
Thank you so much, everybody, for sending in those review videos. I love watching them when I go to the review channel.
All right, so now it is time to talk about the new superchargers that are in the world today. So number 388 in Europe, number 28 in Italy, the 8 stall in Florence, Italy.
The 6 stall in Chengdu, Kailai International, China.
The 6 stall in Liang, Tianmuhu Hotel, China.
The 6 stall in Zhuchang, Zhuangjiang International Hotel, China.
The 24 stall with battery storage, Thousand Oaks, East Thousand Oaks Boulevard, California.
The 16 stall in Phoenix, Agua Fria Freeway, Arizona.
Number 489 in the U.S., the 8 stall in Auburn Hills, Michigan.
The 8 stall in Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada.
And number 47 in Canada, the 16 stall in Toronto, Bay Street, Ontario.
And number 200 in China, number 1202 in the world is the 10 stall in Shenzhen in Matsunichi, China. Don't forget that if you want to win a chance to race in the semi-truck, you just need to use our referral code here and go to give your email address to Tesla so they can put you on their email list, and you'll be entered to win a chance to race in the semi-truck.
Yep.
A very good chance, I should add.
Yes, and you're going down. So
if Jesse has anything
if I have anything to do about it, which I do, we're gonna be racing it. So
that's true. Are you gonna get a practice lap or anything? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll steal your lap. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tesla Time News. We put it on every single week. This was our 81st week in a row.
Yeah, I think we're breaking some kind of record.
Definitely.
Don't know what record that is.
Because, of course, we are the only news station on the entire internet. So thanks so much for watching, and hit the like button. I don't know what it does anymore. I don't think it actually does anything, so maybe just hit it and we'll find out. Maybe we get a prize. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. It sometimes will give you a notification that a new video comes out. If you hit the bell button, then you get notifications all the time.
You know, we hit 50,000 subscribers.
We did, and we completely forgot to mention it. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed.
It's so exciting.
It is super exciting. We are now on our way to 14 trillion subscribers, which is, of course, the next logical step in subscriber numbers. So once we hit that,
we'll be happy.
All right, thank you so much for watching. Now you know.